Hello everyone, this is Solutions to Economic Collapse, March 24th, 2013. I'm David John Sponheim, and this is Sarah Hart.
Hello everybody.
We are going to be talking about some of the biggest problems facing our nation and how we're going to correct them and the kind of solutions that are coming. What's your problem? Are you facing foreclosure? Has the economy hit the skids for you? Are you unable to sell anything at your garage sale? These are the kind of telltale signs that are showing the real true economy, not Wall Street today.
Exactly. I mean, people, they claim, oh, everything's turning around, but, you know, we feel it at the pump when we go to get our gas or at the grocery store when we go grocery shopping, as I'm sure you do too.
We have a lot of people complaining about the high price of gas, and, you know, with transparency in the oil industry, if they would just tell the oil companies to invest openly, tell people who's investing what in the oil futures market, we would see a dramatic drop in the cost of gas, as much as $2 a gallon. But have they done anything? No, they won't. In fact, the two-party system has done next to nothing with the oil companies. Barack Obama met with them secretly. 30 executives from the oil companies met with Obama the first 2 months that he was president.
Wow.
And you know how we found that out?
Because of finally, after people asked and had to sue to have the records revealed of who was visiting him at the White House.
Yep.
That's how we found out?
Yeah, the guest list.
Wow.
They subpoenaed him 3 times.
And he said he wanted to be the transparent president, but, oh, I don't want you to know who comes to visit me.
So Obama's been on the in with the oil companies from the very get-go, and that's why you're seeing prices go up. They're colluding with each other to constantly raise prices. You know, we have a lot of oil in America. Oil has actually increased. Oil production has increased because of all the hydrofracking going on. But the reality is our country is sitting on a huge treasure trough of oil potential that Obama has been unable to help our nation tap into. We are going to have to do onshore drilling. That's something that will happen. The idea of drilling offshore, like with the BP disaster, that was a disaster that could be prevented. We don't want to do that anymore. There's over 600 rigs out in the Gulf of Mexico right now that are potentially dangerous. We need to do more onshore, environmentally safe drilling. Now, there are other solutions to the economic collapse that could very well help our country, and that is housing. Let's talk about housing.
So one of the things that our solution at America's Third Party is to have a Homestead Renewal Plan where people actually invest their own sweat equity into building up a house that either the government could own it initially and the people could buy it, or they could lease it for their lifetime.
Right, this is the concept. We want people to be able to put houses together, renovate houses that are foreclosed currently with our Homestead Renewal Plan. And we also have another idea called America's Solar Rooftop Revolution, which will lead to roll out solar panels on top of roofs in America that are provided by the government initially, and you pay for them over the time of your electric bill. So as your electric bill goes down in price, you'll be able to pay back the system that's sitting on your roof. And our country can rely, 30% of our energy usage could be coming out of solar rooftops. This is a brand new solution that'll lead to a lot of jobs, startup companies, private enterprises doing rooftop installations, and we will be able to get this thing off the ground in 2017. The concept of people living in houses that are freshly renovated is very real with our Homestead Renewal Plan. That is something that Obama has never even thought of. Now, currently, with the HUD program, Housing and Urban Development, they've got an area called the Home Plan. And the Home Plan can be utilized by the government to immediately start this Homestead Renewal Plan. We don't have to go through Congress to do this. So simply implementing the Home Plan will make this possible. We'll be able to create living wage jobs for Americans using their sweat equity. They can fix up houses. Anybody can paint walls. Anybody can help with landscaping.
Or at least learn how with a contractor overseeing them.
Right. We'll have contractors earning around $20 an hour and people there working $10 an hour. And there are a lot of people that will work for $20 an hour that are experts, even older people. Older contractors might want to do this for free and donate their time. And in return, they'll get credits that they can gift to somebody to own a house. So anyone who's had a foreclosure will have the first right of refusal on that house, and will be able to actually get in on this opportunity to own a house within 10 years for payments as low as $500 a month. And that's just two of our solutions. Now we've got another plan we want to instigate immediately upon getting to the presidency by 2017, and that is legalization of marijuana.
Yes, exactly.
Legalization of marijuana is critical to this plan. It will help the economy. Remember when Barack Obama had his online
I know. And people,
conference?
when somebody asked him before he had this was like his first online meeting after he was elected back in 2008. And somebody asked him, of course, are you going to legalize marijuana? And he's like, oh, so everybody on the internet just wants to know about legalization of marijuana.
Yeah.
It's not a big issue.
It is a big issue.
And to us, I believe it is a big issue. I myself will never smoke it or ingest it even when it's legalized. But whatever you want to do with your own body should be up to you.
What people want to do with their own bodies is entirely their thing. And we respect that. We also see that there's a lot of products that could come out of legalizing marijuana. We create hemp, which will create lots of products like this product, Hemp House.
Hempcrete. Wow,
Hempcrete
cool.
is made out of hemp. Hemp can be used to create an incredibly energy efficient house. You can find out about it by going to cannabisnationradio.com. That's just one of the many ideas. Biofuels. Hemp can be integrated into biofuel like diesel. Biodiesel could be made out of hemp and called hempoline.
And the actual plastic that they do with hemp creation as well. Didn't Henry Ford create a hemp vehicle back in his day? I mean, we can bring that back.
You know, in fact, Henry Ford had a big, huge conflict with the oil industries at the time. Standard Oil fought him because they didn't want his hemp to be made mainstream because it would have influenced their profitability. So they pretty much got rid of hemp through the Marijuana Stamp Act of 1936, which led to Nixon putting it on the list of controlled substances, which I will repeal. I will repeal marijuana from the list of controlled substances in 2017. I promise you that.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure the tobacco companies would love to legalize hemp as well.
We've been watching a show on TV about that. We
don't want young children to smoke marijuana or
no, we
anything
don't.
Like that.
But back in the 60s, Philip Morris and R.G. Reynolds actually produced advertising, marketing plans to get marijuana into the mainstream marketing of American consumers. And this plan was in place. They still have it out there mothballed. We were watching a TV show recently on Netflix called Weeds. Okay, we've got a call. Let's take a look here. Hang on. Yes, can I help you?
Okay, so
go ahead.
Anyway, so that we definitely do want to legalize marijuana, and we have fantastic solutions for the future. And I hope you guys join us every weeknight. We are going to be doing our show at Vaughn Live for now, and also for you now. And then hopefully in the future we might even be broadcasting live right here on YouTube. We'll stay tuned and we'll let you know about that.
Okay, let me address an issue that just came into our chat room. Somebody said we want more government, not less. That's not true. In fact, we want to shrink the government payroll by as much as 50% and hire more workers. Now, most people will be wondering, what does that mean? Well, most people don't know that there's over 77,000 federal workers in America that make over $150,000 a year. Think of how many people we could hire for $35,000 a year and still shrink the workforce. So this is
shrink the amount of that government
spends. Amount of money that the government spends. The idea that we are giving these people $150,000 right now is ridiculous. They're sitting in offices wasting their time. The countdown to collapse ended when the sequester began. And we started this show just now, or actually recently, because it's important that we have a live interactive show which helps you react and answer the questions that come into our chat room. We are not going to be able to ignore the American people anymore. The American people need a voice in Washington, and we hope to be that voice, answering to 2/3 majority of the American people. I don't buy into the simple majority concept where 51% passes legislation. I don't believe in that at all. If this country is going to retain its republic and build a democracy, we have to be attentive to the American people, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, our show at Blog TV is coming to an end, March 27th. But you probably know that they are sold out, and going over to the YouNow network, you'll be able to watch us at the YouNow network every single night, 6 to 8 Pacific time, just like we've been doing for the past 4 years. But we're also, and we're doing this right now, we're also
going to be simulcasting on Vaughn Live and maybe some other shows as well. Make sure you follow our Twitter. We will try to put posts on our Twitter every single night. So our Twitter name is Third Party. So follow at Third Party, and we'll let you know where we're hosting every single weeknight, and you can come in and chat with us directly.
Right. Definitely follow us at Third Party, and we'll also be publishing the information at americasthirdparty.com where we are. We're looking at broadcasting on Ustream, Justin TV, possibly Battlecam. At the same time, we'll be doing YouNow and Vaughn TV. So all of this stuff is going to help, not hurt, our approach to the American people as we move toward 2016. It's very important that you start telling your friends and family about the need for a third party. The two parties have sold out, I'm telling you. They have been bought off by corporations and very powerful people. We don't have that problem. We will represent the American people and do your bidding in Washington. And this is the type of government that will be reactive and responsive to the needs of the American people, not what we've got right now. All they can do is print up money and undermine our future, because what's going to happen is they're bankrupting our nation and its ability to get out of a financial hole. And I wouldn't doubt that our country is just going to have this drop point where everything just kind of collapses. And I believe that that's happening right now. The sequester is the beginning of that, and I'm sure that we're going to see big cuts in the future coming out of Obama. And believe me, he didn't want this, and neither did the Republicans, but they just can't get along. They don't like each other. And there's no way that we're going to get anywhere with two groups of people running our country into the ground because they don't want to talk. We want to be open to a third-party dialogue and a negotiation to find compromises and points of which we can move forward on. So all of you keep watching and keep a positive attitude toward the future, because that's the only thing that we've got. We've got a nation full of resources, and we've got a lot of good people. We just have to put it all together.